What is going on? How we doing, guys? How we doing? Been a while since I last did a live stream. Now, that is mainly due to me trying to pump out so much content right now. Like I'm doing like YouTube long forms, I'm doing like short form content every day. I'm trying to hire an editor right now, so I'll be definitely live streaming more once I set that up. But at the moment, yeah, it's been a bit of a crazy one. But I got some exciting news. Now, before I tell you about that, it's day 40. So, hooray, day 40 of vibe coding until I hit 100K. Like, I can't believe it's day 40 already. It feels like it was just the other day when it was the first day and I was scared to live stream and I was all like nervous and shit. And here we are, day 40. So, I want to share a couple wins and I also want to share a failure. Okay, so first off, we got app factory improvements. All right, we got a huge major improvement. How we doing, HX? What's going? How we doing, Kilo? What's doing, old kick? Prez, what's up? Rod, how we doing? Vincy, what's going on? How are you all doing today? I hope you guys having a beautiful. I mean, what would it be for you guys? I feel like most people watch me at night, but it's morning over here. It's currently what? 8:35 a.m. So I hope you guys are having a beautiful morning or night or afternoon or brunch. And so I want to share some cool stuff. So basically, one of the biggest issues that you would see on the live stream was, I mean, it wasn't an issue. At this point, it's like first world problems. I'm being lazy. But you basically had to go into the App Store Connect website, and then I'd have to register myself as a editor and as a app tester for me to be able to go onto my mobile device and test out the app. Now, this is annoying because if we're doing like 5 apps a day, then it's like I'm not going to go in here and like keep testing and keep adding myself into the testing group. You know what I mean? It's kind of annoying. So it was nice to see this email pop up where it literally in auto invited me into my testing group, which is kind of nice. Like I do remember prompting my Openclaw agent to do this for me. So it's nice to see that it worked. And basically the way it works is if I press this button right here, it's going to give me a code and then I'm just able to submit it into my test flight. Test flight is basically a application that Apple has built for developers that lets you test your app on your mobile device without you having to submit it into the App Store. Okay? Now that's some good news. Now let me tell you some bad news. We submitted Pantry Pal into the App Store and it didn't get submitted. Thank you for submitting your items for review. We noticed an issue with your submission that requires your attention. It's a bit of a boo-boo there. It was a bit upsetting. Pantry Pal was definitely one of those apps that I thought was definitely going to get accepted. So was a bit confused there. I'm not going to lie. But then, to top it all off, just yesterday, we got this one. Congratulations. Review for your submission has been completed. It is now eligible for distribution. And this is for Plant Pulse Pro. Now, if you guys remember on the live stream, we barely even like iterated Plant Pulse Pro that much. It was basically good to go off the rip and we submitted it and they accepted it. So I'm curious to see what happens next now. Like, is it just available in the App Store? Like, do we need to go through a process? Like, I'm excited to see all of that. And I'm also excited to see, as Old Kick is wondering as well, why did Pantry Pal not get accepted? So those are kind of the two things that I want to look at today. Like, okay, we've got our app accepted. What's the next step? Monetization, is that already sorted or do we need to like configure something? The second thing is, why did Pantry Pal not get accepted? And then obviously feeding that to our app store and seeing if they can do something about it. And then once we get that out the way, I'd like to submit more apps. So that's kind of the live stream today. But yeah, what up, MP Trades? You live daily? I mean, I'd like to be, but at the moment, I'm only live streaming Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Let me chuck some music on. Let me chuck some music on. Bit loud. All right. So this is the app factory, as you can see. Let's go ahead and look at App Store. Let me log in real quick. Dude, this song, we've heard it a few times now, and it just makes me want to work really hard. I don't know. It's like just weird, the flow of this song. All right, we're in that factory. So we can see we got an issue here. Rejected. It says removed from App Store. Interesting. Let's have a look. This app was removed from sale from the App Store. Go to pricing and availability to add it back to the App Store. Okay. Why? Why was this removed? This app was removed from sale from the App Store. Is that just what happens after it's good to go? Game Center components can now be... Okay. I'm assuming it's not that bad. I'm assuming it's not that big of a deal. Pricing and availability. Okay, so we need to... Apple may automatically adjust prices from time to time in every country or region, except your base to for account changes in tax. Okay, so we need to set up all of this stuff, which is fine. I'm wondering if the autonomous app factory can do that. Hey, noticed one of our apps got approved for submission, Plant Pulse. However, the pricing and availability was not set up, so it got removed from the App Store, and we need to set this up now. Is this a manual process, or can we automate it through the API? Sly Fawn the second, what up? Good morning, bro. Hope you're well. Good news that Plant Pulse got approved for pricing. All right, well, while that's going on, let's have a look at Pantry Pal. The item you submitted was rejected. Performance, app completedness. Interesting. Your app version was rejected and no other items submitted can be accepted or approved. You can make edits to your app version below. Okay. Hello, we noticed this is your first app submission. Okay. Hello, we noticed this is your first app submission and wanted to congratulate you on joining. Is the music a bit too loud? It's a bit too loud for me. On joining the Apple Developer Program, we look forward to working together on your submissions. When App Review identifies an issue with a submission, we'll contact you with a message in App Store Connect with details about what we found and how to resolve the issue. See below for additional information about the issues that require your attention for this submission. If you have any questions, bro, at this point, I'm convinced they just wanted to say hi. They're like, oh, it's your first app submission. Let's just say you got it wrong. Okay, iPad Air issue. We are unable to complete the review of the app because one or more of the in-app purchase products have not been submitted for review. To resolve this issue, please be sure to take action, submit your in-app purchases, and upload a new binary in App Store Connect so you can proceed with our review. Note, you must approve an app review, provide an app review screenshot in App Store Connect in order to submit in-app purchases for review. Learn more about required in-app purchase metadata. Okay, so something to do with in-app purchases. All right, we can fix that. What's it saying here? Sets the app as free, creates a subscription groups and provides an app store. Okay, here's the situation. This is already automated. But the still manual, the gap that bit us, subscription pricing. The script creates your subscription skeleton, but can't set up the actual dollar amounts of your API. You have to go into the App Store Connect and set the price tier for each subscription manually. Which countries the app is available in. The subscription pricing part is a limitation of Apple's API. They require admin level interaction for setting subscription prices. So for Plan Plus right now, you need to go to App Store. Okay. Want me to add a step to the deploy submit phase that explicitly flags these manual pricing steps in alerts.md so this doesn't happen again with future? Yes. I think part of deploy needs to have these steps in place to guide the user on what to do, and the steps should say the exact pricing so the user isn't guessing. This will be dynamic and change on an app per app basis. All right, let's see how that goes. What up, Alex? How we doing? I'm good. How are you? It sounds like you didn't provide pricing description in App Connect when you were submitting the app. It doesn't sound too bad. Yeah, it seems all right. It's definitely fixable. Yo, Helios, what up? How we doing, bro? Long time no see. Hope you've been well. Okay, so also this icon is hideous, bro. Hideous. So let's go ahead and change the plant pulse thing. Pricing and availability. Done. Now every time an app reaches deploy. So earlier here it said I needed to click the monthly subscription, set up availability. Okay. Next, make app available in all 175 countries or regions after releasing it, of course. Damn, it has to processing to available. Okay. We got app availability sorted. Trader status not provided. Interesting. So Austria, Belgium, Bulgaria, Croatia, Cyprus, Czech, Denmark, France, Germany, Greece, Ireland, Latvia. All these require a trader status not provided. Is required for distribution on the app in the European Union. For more information, contact. Okay. I am currently submitting the availability and pricing, and noticed for the European Union, I need to provide a trader status or they will not be accepted. What is this and how do I provide it? Yes, sir. I want to be more active now. The co-working calls were a lot talking, you know. Yeah, were you? I saw you boys in the co-working quite a bit. He's trying to say you were getting distracted in there, Helios? Or you guys hustling in there where you just talk too much and then you don't get any work done? Definitely been there before. Yo, what up, Yusuf? Long time no see. How are you doing? I followed the last videos, my man. You are going to serious places. I appreciate the kind words, bro. Genuinely, I do. This is an EU Digital Services Act requirement that Apple started enforcing. If you're selling apps or offering in-app purchases in the EU, you need to declare your trader status, basically whether you're acting as a business or an individual. Click users and access, go to business or legal, look for trader status or EU. You will need to declare whether you're a trader selling commercially, which you are, your legal business name and address. This is an account level setting, not per app. Okay, so we can do this later. It's not a huge deal. I think I think it's fine. We don't need it. We don't need European Union for now. So we got availability sorted. Where do we put the pricing? Current price. All prices and currencies. Below is a summary of your current pricing. Okay. Okay, interesting. So regarding pricing, it looks like it's just asking for the app. So not actually for the in-app pricing. So can we just leave as free? It looks like it auto adds it as free as well. Yeah, just set it to free. That's the base app price. The in-app purchase subscription is configured. Okay, now regarding the in-app purchases, where does the money go? And do I need to set up anything regarding this? Definitely we talk too much. Yeah, I see Blues and Notorious in there. Bro, those two are yappers, man. Don't be working with those two, man. They'll get you distracted, bro. Vince, man. Vince is a yapper too, bro. Hey, don't be in the co-works with Vince either, man. He'll be yapping your ear off. It's funny. You know what we could do? I should start doing co-working with you guys. Like when I'm editing my YouTube videos, I'm just on my desk for 10 hours. And you boys probably don't want to see that, right? And ladies probably don't want to just see me editing my videos. So that's probably for a co-work thing. Can't hustle, I'm broke. Nose night. Why you broke, bro? Slyfawn, why you broke? What's wrong, guys? What are you guys building? Pain, what up? How we doing? Welcome back to another stream, man. Drew, what up? What up? The money from in-app purchases goes to your Apple developer account's bank account, but you need to set that up first. Okay. If I don't set that up, wait, is it urgent to set that up? Like, I don't feel like I need to. Is it urgent or can we wait? Users can still pay for the app, etc., right? True, Blues is my boy. Yo, yeah, Blues is goated, man. Actually, no. Until the paid app agreement is accepted and banking tax info is filled out, in-app purchases won't work at all. For users, they'll see the subscription options, but the purchase will fail. So it is urgent if any of your apps with subscription are live or about to go live. Okay, so I should probably set this up. Give me a second. I have to go. I think I just need to fill out a form or something. Give me a sec. So I got to go to... Where do I go? Go to app, agreements, tax, and banking. Agreements, tax, and banking. I think that's under business. Okay. So, countries or regions view and agree to terms. Okay. Ah, is it that easy? Okay, I think it's pretty easy. I just accepted a form. I agreed to the terms. Now, do I need to submit my bank details, or can we do that later? App, just want in-app purchases to work, because I don't really want to set this up until there's like money coming in. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really see the point in wasting my time doing that. You need the bank details and tax forms done too. Okay. All right. I'll try speed run this. Bro, how's your ex going? I mean, it's going all right. It's chugging along. Yes, Slythorn, give us the honest answer, bro. Come on. Just sat here wondering how I've watched you from the first stream using Replit to having an app factory. Bro, hey, it's crazy. Hey, it's actually pretty mind-blowing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, just how far we've come, genuinely. I am pretty proud. I'm not gonna lie. I am pretty proud of how far I've come. You know, bit of self-worth has gone up in experience points. I basically make political topics on X, like, did Israel do 9/11? I get money from engagement, people arguing in the comments. I almost made 10K in 2 weeks, but account got mass reported. Damn, Yusuf, bro. You must be running a crazy big account for that to be making 10K in 2 weeks. That's like, that's at least like what, 10 million impressions, like minimum, right? To be able to get that level. The Larry video had a lot of gems. Thanks for the content. All good, all kick. I'm glad you liked it. That was probably the first video that I made that I kind of knew wasn't going to perform as good as the other videos, because the other videos I basically base it off of other content that performs well and then put my own twist on it. But the Larry video, I kind of knew it wasn't going to do as well, but I thought it was very valuable, so I made it anyway. So I'm glad that you guys found it useful and helpful. And watch it if you haven't watched it yet, because there's seriously, I literally interviewed the creator of Larry Brain, and he generated 8 million views autonomously using his Openclaw. So he's got some seriously good advice in there, and he even shows you how to use it completely for free, and it's open source as well. So go ahead. At the end of the video, I even do like a quick tutorial how to set it up. Jobless and smoke weed all the time, but it's fine. I get a lot of time to dev and explore AI. Hey, Slythorn, man. I mean, I've been there too, bro. I've been there too. There was definitely a time like a few years ago where I was jobless and I was smoking weed, like probably a bit too much as well. And you know, it can be a bit tricky sometimes, because I feel like it's hard to like escape that kind of flow. And then one day I kind of just had this vision where I was like, I remember I got high and then I was sitting on my bed and I was probably like watching YouTube or something. And I just had this vision where I was like, dude, if I keep smoking weed and if I keep doing what I'm doing right now, like I had a vision of where I was going to be in 10 years. And I was like, dude, like that is not who I want to be. I was picturing myself as like this fat, like overweight, like broke guy just sitting on his couch getting high all the time. And I was kind of like, dude, like that, I don't want that to be me, man. I don't want that to be me. And so in a very split, quick decision, I literally grabbed my bag of weed. And I don't know if YouTube's gonna take this live stream down because I'm talking about marijuana, but I grabbed the bag of weed and I just flushed it down the toilet in that moment. Within like 3 seconds, I literally jumped up off the bed because the fear of turning into that person that I imagined in my head was so big that I was like, in this moment right now, I need to do this. Otherwise, I'm gonna freaking keep smoking weed. So there was like probably $50 worth of weed that I had. I grabbed it, flushed it down the toilet. I deleted all my contacts, including like the people who I'd get it from, or all my friends. I mean, I didn't really have that many friends that were that weed heavy, but basically all the dealers and stuff that I was associated with, and I deleted all their numbers and like I blocked them and stuff. And then at that point, it was like 2 to 4 weeks of me kind of itching to like want to smoke, but I had deleted the numbers and I had no weed or anything. So it was like, how am I going to get any? And so I just made it really hard for me to even able to like get the weed. Does that make sense? Weed is expensive for that. And since then I haven't smoked once. I'm been weed free for like 2 years now. And yeah, I'm pretty happy about it because weed was definitely a big part of my life back in the day. So feels good. Do you use anything to protect your eyes, by the way? My eyes are kind of getting bad after sitting on my chair for 8 hours. Yeah, pain. I'm using these glasses, bro. They're the blue light glasses. And they're pretty good, man. Like, I don't have bad eyesight or anything. $46 million views, Yusuf. That's insane, man. And thanks to your videos, I automated it. Yo, let's go, Yusuf. I'm glad I could help, man. Are you using the Larry skill to automate it? The cut of Larry video was very good. Appreciate it. DBBB, love your channel. I'm looking to set up Larry Brain myself now. Good shit, Alex. Good luck, man. It's pretty straightforward. Weed is too expensive. Are those plants behind you also these substances? Nah, that's a Monstera plant, dude. Bro, does this look like a weed plant to you, man? Does this look like a weed plant? Good, dude. Good on you, and thank you for your story. I absolutely understand you. I've had a 3-month break before, but I've been smoking for the last 14 years. Hey, Sly Fawn, it's a journey, man. Everyone's journey is different, all right? You do what you got to do. Doobie Bibi, I see myself in you. You're on the right path. God will lead you to the goal. Appreciate you, Alex. Thank you. Just steer the ship and God will lead you. They help? Yo, Pain, they help a shit ton. These glasses help a lot. Alright, you guys are distracting me from filling out this form, man. I've been on this page for like 10 minutes. I can't share screen until I fill this out. Alright. Let me speed run this. Okay, I just got to fill in my account details. Actually pretty quick, faster than I thought. Maybe the tax might take a while. You guys pay your taxes, right? I feel like tax is always like a weird one for me. Whoa. Dude, Apple's bank identification is very high tech. I just put in like the BSB and it like instantly knew what bank I was from. That's pretty impressive. I've never seen that before. Okay, I need to put in my tax information and I think we're good. I gotta put my ABN and GST registration requirements document. Dude, I don't know where the hell I'm gonna find that, man. Let me have a look at my emails real quick. I should probably be saving this stuff, but it's tricky, man. I don't think I got anything. Did I get a document? Maybe. Could be this. Yeah, I think I found it. Let's go. Alright. Is PDF accepted? Okay, there's one. Okay, I think I got it. I think that is it, maybe. I'm not sure. They might reject it. Let's try it anyway. What? Okay, I think I got it. Do you have any US business activities? In general, you have US business if you have employees in the or no? No. Okay. So nice plant. Cheers, bro. Same here, been smoking pretty much without a break for about 15 years, but AI and Vibecoding has done wonders for my productivity. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe getting high and vibe coding go hand in hand, bro. You come up with cooler ideas. What are we building today? We are currently just working on the autonomous app factory, but for me to submit my app, I need to be able to fill out this document around payments. So that's kind of why I'm not sharing screen right now. Just bear with me. US taxpayer if required. I don't need that. Any date of birth. I certify that the beneficial owner is a resident of Australia within the meaning of the income tax treaty between and the country or region. Special rates and conditions. Okay, under the penalty of perjury, I certify. Done. Submit. To make your in the App Store, you need to let us know whether you or not you are a trader. Okay, almost done. One more form. Last form I need to fill out. Declare. All right, cool. Banking details are being processed. All right, now I think we're good on that regard. All right, I can share screen again. Let me just make sure I don't have anything on my screen. All right, I think we are good. Sorry about that, guys. But we're in. We're back and we're rolling. All right. So, Plan Pulse is submitted now. Okay, done. All sorted. Pantry Pal got issues upon submission. Please review. Submission. Are you able to see with the API? Are you able to view this with the API? The rejection details? Because if it can see why it got rejected, maybe we can like auto loop it to fix its rejection. Does that make sense? Hell yeah, I get that it isn't for everyone, but if you can remain productive and don't let it turn you into the couch potato, I think it's okay. I mean, that's the other thing. I was never very productive when I was high. So I definitely know friends that have been very productive. So it definitely depends on who you are and how it affects you. Bro, I don't know, man, thank God I never do any drugs, let alone beer or cigarettes. I generally would get heart attack or something. I mean, that's good, man. I feel like when I was younger, I like got it out the way. I like tried everything, and now I'm like free. I'm like, okay, I can hang out now. I can, like, I don't need to feel like I'm missing out. Like I've tried everything. You know what I mean? Do you know of a step-by-step guide on how to set up the Larry skill in Openclaw? Yeah, Alex, if you look at the end of my video, I've got like a 4 or 5 minute tutorial. You can watch it if you want. Right at the end of the last video. I'm thinking I will install it and then customize the workflow, but optimize the sales funnel even more viral. Are you looking to incorporate? Maybe I can help. With the Larry Brain skill, I am looking to incorporate it, but the main issue that I have, and I have Larry Brain here, by the way. Main issue that I have is I need to warm up my accounts before I can get it to work properly. But how I kind of plan on making this work is I've got Sheldon, who's the orchestrator, and then I got Vegapunk, who is the marketing guy, and he will basically be in charge of managing multiple accounts. Now I did talk to Ollie. Name of this song? This song is called Annie When You Say Chill. Here, this one. Annie When You Say. And if you were talking about the one before that, it's called Life is Tough by Chill. But yeah, this is kind of going to be how I'm setting it up. I did talk to Ollie around, okay, if you have multiple accounts, do you need different open claws to like manage each account? And he said you don't. He says he uses Larry to manage 2 accounts right now, and it works fine. So oh, nice. I have actually some experience in account creation and warm up. It's definitely new to me, but it's pretty easy. Like you just kind of go through and I can show you guys what it looks like. Here, it looks like this. This is how you warm up an account.
Peace of mind.
You can kind of see that I'm just going through and interacting with the content that I want to interact with. You can see even here, I looked up like a specific genre, and I'm basically just trying to interact with the type of content that my account will be posting. Maybe that comment was unnecessary, but yeah, just basically going through, and that's how you warm up your account. You got to do that for 7 to 14 days every day. Just go through for a little bit, like 5-10 minutes, and just interact. And then TikTok knows you're not a bot. I know if you would do it more than 10 accounts. I'll probably do 5. I think I'll start with 4 or 5 accounts, and then I don't know if we'll need more than that, but we'll see. My thing is, I'm a male, 21 years old, and about 6 years ago, I went to buy sparkling water, and someone dropped a bottle of beer. Within 5 minutes, I had a headache and was sick for 2 weeks. Bro, what? You're joking. You're joking, bro. That is, in Australia, we'd call you a lightweight. Because that would basically mean that if you had like one like glass of like beer or something, you'd just be like out cold. But honestly, hey, it's a good thing. Your body is a temple, man. Warm up the accounts on autopilot. I mean, it's not a huge deal, you know. It's like just a 1-step time thing, and then your accounts are good to go for like ever, you know. I'm fine with doing something if it's just once. Okay, so we sorted that out. The API shows PantryPal is rejected, but unfortunately Apple doesn't expose the actual rejection reason. Okay, so I need to now go through and copy paste. Firstly, I noticed the icon still hasn't changed. Secondly, here is their rejection notes. So this is probably the manual part. If something gets, I guess, broken or doesn't get submitted properly, we're gonna have to manually go in and fix it. No, I'm serious. When I told my parents, they didn't believe me too. They thought I drank it and broke it. That's funny. Where you from, Yusuf? Bro, you making good money with X accounts. Is that you full time? Is that what you do full time? What all unique app did you make? So far, we've made Plant Pulse, Gym Snap, Pantry Pal, Warranty Vault. Those are the 4 apps that our autonomous app factory has made. So I kind of want to, I guess, address something real quick because I feel like there's a bunch of new users coming in. And so I want to make something clear. So prior to the autonomous app factory, I was Vibecoding apps and trying to hit my goal of 100K. Okay. Now, strategically, we launched Allminer through the Solana mobile app store. And, you know, people think that you either got to launch in Apple's app store or you got to launch in the Android app store. I launched on the Solana mobile app store. Now, what that is it's basically the official mobile app store for crypto on Solana. And I kind of knew that these guys were going to reward you in some shape or form. So around $35,000 was airdropped to me just for submitting my app into this app store, okay? And I was kind of under the impression like, look, I vibe coded this app. I'm going to like say this is part of the challenge because, you know, essentially the app that I vibe coded gave me $35,000. You know what I mean? Now, some people might look at that and think, oh, it doesn't really count. You know, you didn't get your users, you didn't get your thing. So I do kind of want to address that because I personally feel like it does count. You know, I was strategic about where I launched my app. I was able to, you know, no one else was launching on the Solana mobile app store. So yeah, this is kind of where I launched and we got this Seeker token. And I think it's day 18 or 19, you guys can go back and have a look. I literally sold it live on stream and we managed to secure like $35,000. That doesn't mean like we haven't, you know, gotten money through legitimate methods as well. Like obviously through the Allminer. When we launched, we had like over 1,000 users coming in. And you can kind of see like we had a leaderboard. A lot of our users were making a lot of money, but it's died down quite a bit now. It did around $650,000 in trading volume at one point. And we did make some good money out of this. I'm going to say like maybe 3 or 4 grand we made from Allminer. Now, I'm kind of just giving you guys the lore right now. And we got really lucky because, you know, Tolly, the literal co-founder of Solana, retweeted our app. Like this guy has 750,000 followers. He gets like retweeted by Elon Musk. And he retweeted our app. It brought in a lot of users. So yeah, I just kind of want to clarify. There's 2 kind of phases we're at right now. The first phase, I'm going to call it the easy money phase. We got a fat airdrop. We were kind of focusing on crypto apps and we made some good money. Now this second phase, I really want to hone in on making that money through legitimate methods because we're almost half of the way there to finishing the challenge, right? So I just want to kind of make sure that the whole way through isn't just through me like getting airdrops and shit like that. So this next half, because we're at 47K, the next 53K to hit 100K, I'm going to try and focus purely on launching these apps and trying to generate income through these apps, okay? I just kind of want to make that clear. Are we all on the same term now? Well, a lot of new people joining in, so I just want to kind of get you guys up to scratch. What is Sheldon exactly? What's it for? So Sheldon is my autonomous app factory named after my personal Openclaw assistant. And Sheldon literally runs through and builds apps for me. So you can kind of see here, these are the active projects that it's building. And it comes up with the ideas as well. So it comes up with the pitch. It comes up with the target user. It looks at the features that the app needs to include based on negative reviews from your competitors. And then it even looks at the market cap. You know, there's 200,000 plus members in the subreddit known as Posture. It goes into, you know, digital nomad subreddit and the remote work subreddit. And it says that they frequently complain that generic reminder apps like phone alarms interrupt focus without context. They want a nudge that's posture specific and takes under 15 seconds to action, not a full workout prompt. So, you know, it's finding the pain points. And it does this with every single app idea. Then it looks at the App Store landscape and reviews like negative reviews and what are the competitors doing. It looks at potential keywords. It looks at validation scores, monetization strategies. And it does this with every single idea. And then it goes out and builds the idea based on the validation. That's the whole app factory. Doobie, give us a YouTube update. Oh, you guys want to see my YouTube earnings? I've kind of made it a thing where I just like show my YouTube earnings. Now, this doesn't go towards my, hey, it's Bridgemine. This doesn't go towards my actual like vibe coding challenge, but obviously I've been making content. So I like sharing what's come out of it because I'm super transparent and I really want to keep that up no matter how big I get, no matter what happens. I really want to stay transparent. Okay, so we're on $569 from our content in the last 28 days. Now you can see we got monetized on the 14th of February and I can see this kind of only going up. Like I think we should be hitting around $1,000 a month on our monetization because you can kind of see here from the 14th to the 8th, we weren't monetized. And you can also see like I posted a video on the 13th and we got monetized on the 15th. So that means there's 2 whole days of my most popular videos that didn't even get monetized. So I think we should be able to hit at least $1,000 a month at this rate if we keep it up. One thing I have noticed is like, this is probably my most popular video, but it doesn't actually generate that much revenue if you look at it because it's a shorter time frame. It's only 5 minutes and 46 seconds. So you can kind of see it like it's plateauing a little bit here, but yeah, it doesn't really generate that much. Even though I got a lot of subscribers and watch time, it didn't generate that much. But if you look at something like this one, you can see it's generated more than double and the watch time is way higher. So I've noticed watch time is really important. The timing for this is 14 minutes. So nearly 3 times as many as long as this video. Even though this is more popular, this is making more money. So that's a thing to note. But yeah, that's kind of the update in terms of my YouTube earnings. If anyone was interested, subscriber count is kind of staying steady. I'm probably at like 100 new subscribers every day. You can see there was times like this one or this one where I got nearly 1,000 new subscribers in one day. That's usually from how well the video performs. I've noticed like the video side of things, it attracts a wider audience, a big net, but then the live stream is I'm able to actually interact with you guys and like have a good time. So that's kind of how I'm seeing it right now. It's like YouTube content, I like spend a bit more time to like, you know, polish it up and make it look nice and try and teach something. And then on the live streams, we can kind of just hang out. But yeah, that's kind of all that. Hope you guys found it interesting. I'm from Germany. You're going to have to do some gray hat shit, bro. Proxy plus ads power. Use Playwright with Claude Code. Boom, automated. I just heard that Solana App Store, it for sure counts. Do they do this for all apps or are there some requirements you have to fill to be eligible for an airdrop? So they basically did it at the very start when the App Store first came out because they wanted to promote developers joining their App Store. Because if you think about it, what makes Apple, what makes Android so big is the developer ecosystem. You know, the more developers they have within their ecosystem, the more there is to do within their mobile devices, meaning there's more their customers are going to be happy. That's the whole point, right? So Solana knows this. So they were like, okay, we're going to reward users and developers. And so they had a season 1 of the Seeker token, and I knew season 1 was going to be a big deal. So we submitted our app. Now season 2 is also out. So if you do want to submit your app into the Solana mobile app store, definitely do it. The only thing is, don't expect it to be as big of an airdrop as the first season, because now obviously everyone would have heard about the first season, come into the second season, so it's probably a bit more saturated. But hey, you could probably still make maybe $500 to $1,000 just for submitting your app on the Solana mobile app store. So yeah, definitely check into this. It's Solana mobile if you want to have a look. But yeah, have a look. All right, anyway, back on this shit. I think you found and executed a very good shortcut. You made money, it counts, but it was a shortcut. Still very impressive. Yeah, I agree. I think it's a shortcut, but it counts. I do the X account full time for the last 2 months. I do TikTok on the side and Vibecoding, but X was the first time I invested the best thing in my life. How much time have you been working on your X account, Yusuf? Thanks for the transparency. Very interesting to see the YouTube earnings. All good, bro. Very transparent over here, man. All right, so I submitted the rejection. Icon pantry power wasn't in our rebuild list. It stayed at log. Let me regenerate it now. The in-app purchase subscriptions were created but never submitted for review alongside the app. Apple requires you to select the subscription to include when you submit the binary. Icon regenerated. Now for the rejection fix, here's what you need to do in the App Store. Subscriptions for each subscription, monthly and yearly, make sure they have. I know that you can do this for me because Plant Pulse got accepted. And it also has subscription payments. So it looks like you just forgot in the build. Please update and I will resubmit when ready. Do you have any tools to keep updated with stuff like airdrops, hackathons, etc.? I don't really, but I've been in crypto for like 10 years now. So I kind of just know because my feed gets a lot of crypto news, but I can kind of share some if you want. Like if we go to my Notion, I made a list. It might be a bit outdated now, but I'll show you my list. Yeah, here. Oh, it's a little outdated, man. Oh, they're all overdue. You got the Solana mobile. I mean, if you submit your app today, you can also apply to the Solana mobile hackathon, which is kind of like a win-win. So if you really want to submit into here, just hustle and work hard and submit into this hackathon. I'm pretty sure you have like maybe like less than 24 hours. I'm going to say you have 18 hours left. So this could be worth it. 125K in prizes. Oh, you have 1 day and 1 hour. So if you already have an app that you've built, you can kind of see it right there. If you have an app that you've built already, then submit it and you're smooth sailing. But there's a bunch of other ones. Like even if you just search up hackathon crypto, you're gonna see them right here. You just gotta do some digging. Like boom, chain link. Builders, less than 48 hours left to submit your entry to the Convergence Hackathon. So, you know, there's another one that's open, 100K in prizes. Like, you just kind of got to go on X and do some research. Pump Fund's got a hackathon as well. So, yeah. Hope that helps, bro. I think DeFi Llama is good for airdrops. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to mention, guys. If you're thinking of building a crypto app, use DeFi Llama. Because this tells you every single profitable business in crypto right now. So you can go here and look at like, okay, if you like look at this for 5 minutes every single day, I guarantee you within 30 days, you're going to find a winning idea. Because all you got to do is look at this list and go, okay, Tether, Circle, Pump, and just get familiar with these names, okay? Because when something pops up on this list that is new, you're going to instantly recognize it and you're going to know, okay, maybe there's an opportunity here. Like for example, I mean, I haven't looked at this in a while, but Mindbean is new. Like what the hell is Mindbean? They're in the top. Yes, I'm a human. They're in the top 10 most profitable, not profitable, but highest revenue generating apps in all of crypto right now. And I haven't seen this around before. So this is a new opportunity. So I'd look into Mindbeam and go, okay, what are the tools that I could build around Mindbeam? And you're kind of like almost leeching off of this cash cow that's already existent. And the reason this is a good idea is because they've got a strong community forming. They've got like a lot of money and attention coming in right now, but they probably don't have that many builders because they're relatively new. So you can kind of come in and differentiate yourself by building a tool or something. Obviously use the platform, use their app, test it out and think, what can I improve? Is there like a Chrome extension I can add that'll literally just like automatically calculate things for someone? You know what I mean? Like how could you really like make someone's life easier who is using this? That's what I'd look at if you're stuck on ideas right now around crypto. But yeah, man, you guys distracting me, man. The subscriptions are in missing metadata state with no price sets. The 409 error on pricing is likely because the paid apps agreement is still processing. You just signed it. This can take up to a few hours. The 409 keeps coming back. This is almost certainly because the paid apps agreement you just signed hasn't fully propagated through Apple's system yet. Until that clears, the API won't let anyone, us or the AESC web UI, set subscription prices. Okay, so what do? Give it an hour or so for the agreement to propagate. Then the pricing option should be available. If the script I update, I mean, let's see if it's manually available. If I went into, what is it? I got to go into offer in-app purchases. In-app purchase metadata. Here we go. Wait. I think it's wrong. Submitting in-app purchases and subscriptions. Can you just take me there, bro? Like, why you gotta do the dance with me, man? Okay, so in-app purchases. So I just got to create them. Your first in-app purchase must be submitted with a new app version. Create your in-app purchase, then select it from the app's in-app purchases and subscriptions. Select on the version page before submitting. It's letting me update manually by the looks of it. Subscriptions. It's letting, just had a look. and it's working fine. I think endpoints might be off. Let's have a look. So API, app metadata, ASC. And then, not Salesforce, ASC. Apple metadata specification. Apple app submission API. Apple API. Here we go. And then we can just copy this, paste it in here. Let's see if that helps. You're right. Let me check the actual docs to fix the API calls. Wait, so you're telling me I'm right without even checking? Okay. Well, while that's happening, let's go ahead and test meeting memo. So launching meeting memo. So we should see it pop up on our simulator right here. Sub radar. Yo, that looks cool. Yo, these icons are looking way cleaner. Warranty vault, sub radar. These are looking great. These are looking really good. Just wait a few seconds for the meeting memo to load. Warranty vault is looking great. Welcome to warranty vault. Oh, I want to actually look at warranty vault because this looks great. I think we've actually made some solid changes here. So for those who don't remember, what up Damon, how we doing? Welcome back to the stream, bro. I'm chilling. What's good with you? So if you guys remember last live stream, we actually found a really core pivotal issue with our app factory. And so what was happening was we were validating these ideas and generating all this research, right? Like look at all this research that we've done on like Otter AI, on subreddits, but then it was disconnected because of the moment that our AI started building the app, it actually wasn't even looking at any of this data. And so we caught that and we said, hey, rebuild all the apps again and include this data. And so, yeah, I completely forgot we did that. And Warranty Vault looks completely different. Welcome to Warranty Vault. Never miss a warranty claim again. Keep all your warranties organized in one place. Scan your receipts. Use AI-powered scanning to automatically extract warranty information from your receipts. Get notified. Receive timely reminders before your warranties expire so you can never miss a claim. Private and secure. Your data stays on your device. Let's get started. Tap the plus button to add your first warranty and start protecting your purchases. And then boom. Super simple, looks super clean. And then if we were to upgrade, we've got this nice little upgrade section. But yeah, straight up. Scan receipt. Boom. Look how clean this looks. AI receipt scanner. Autofill warranty details from a photo. Snap a photo of your receipt and AI will fill in the details automatically. I can't wait to try this. Good to hear, man. Been grinding? Yo, let's go. I'm glad to hear it, man. I'm glad to hear you've been grinding. Warranty Vault looks sick now. Way more polished. That's what I'm thinking. It looks so clean. Like this is actually like a nice looking app. So attach receipt photo. And it has a scan receipt. So it's got two kind of options, but they tackle the same thing. So I'd almost want to combine these together. But this is looking very, very good. Well, while my AI is cooking on the side, let's go ahead and look at some of these other apps. We've got SubRadar. Welcome to SubRadar. Track every recurring subscription in one place. You know what would really elevate these apps? Lottie animations in this section. Like if we can create Lottie animations, you know what I'm talking about, right? Like maybe if I want GIF, like stuff that just like moves like this. Like if we can, oh, this is cool. Like if we can create like these sorts of Lottie animations, I feel like that would really elevate our experience. Because you know what I noticed is 50%. So if you have a free trial, 50% of people will unsubscribe from your free trial within the first few hours. So what that actually tells me is you don't have days to convince someone like, hey, this is a good app, use it. You actually only have a really small window of time. So these onboarding slides are incredibly, incredibly important because this is the first touch that someone's going to get on your app. So the more enjoyable this first touch is, the higher your retention rate is going to be with these users. So we can clearly see we got Netflix at $15.49. What's this? AI statement scanner. Take a photo of your bank or credit card statement and will automatically detect recurring charges. Like that's pretty cool. And then when you got the dashboard here, streaming, it shows all your monthly, yearly. Yo, $15 a month is $185 a year for Netflix. That's freaking, I didn't even think about that. That's a lot. When you put it like that, it sounds like a lot. Bro, I don't even use Netflix that much. Maybe gotta unsubscribe. The error points to the price point ID itself is the problem. Let me check if the price points fetched without territory filter have different IDs. I don't know why it's not working. The API endpoint is for price changes, not initial prices. The initial prices need... Okay. It's weird. It was working fine with Plant Pulse. But yeah, this looks cool. SubRadar. Done. Amazing. Now, meeting memo. AI-powered meeting summaries in seconds. Never miss an important. Record and transcribe. Smart summaries. Get started. Super simple. Just like that. Boom. Start recording. Nice. Okay. What about GymSnap? How's GymSnap looking? Found the gaps. Yearly is missing its localization and both are missing availability. Let me fix those and retry pricing. GymSnap, boom. And then you can compare. Need at least 2 progress photos to compare. Okay, let's look at what it looks like if we just have 2 photos. Are they side by side? How are you feeling? Any milestones? So this would be cool if AI actually was able to fill these out to the best of its abilities. I see it does pounds, inches, but you know, I'm from Australia, so I feel like we need to set like in the settings. Okay, now we go to compare. Oh, cool. Okay, that's pretty sick. That's pretty sick. I don't know why you'd lock the share price though. Like, why would you pay for that? Someone could just screenshot this. But this is cool. Okay, GymSnap is cool. The only thing I would recommend is if someone adds us photo, They should be able to have AI automatically measure them to the best of its ability. What AI integration did you do for meeting memos? You using OpenAI API? Yeah, I think that might be Whisper. It might be using Whisper's OpenAI. I actually need to check that. That's a good question. So part of all of these is like checking them. I gave it Gemini Flash, but I don't even think Gemini Flash can transcribe. Can it? I didn't even think about that. So we're probably going to need to test that on testflight, but so far, pretty cool. Now update the main function to call availability before pricing. Now I need to insert the, okay, looks like the API stuff's working. Okay, cool. So I shared the failure, I shared the win. We're working on our app factory improvements. I'm really liking these icons, guys. Like, check this out. Look how clean that icon looks. That's a huge improvement from where we were last week. When you had Sheldon, also welcome to the stream, Mira Kami. Hope you've been well, man. When you had Sheldon rebuild the apps, did you instruct him in any way on how to design the apps? Or is this new design something that it did on his own? It's something that he did on his own, because I think the key difference is, like, in our research, we literally go into the subreddit and we talk about what people are frequently complaining about. But not just that, we're going into our competitors' ratings. And we're looking, okay, this is a 1-star review. Why is there a 1-star review here? What does it say? And then based off of that, we can make our app the best app it could possibly be. But it wasn't reading any of this data. So it was just making the app look a certain way without even reading the data. You know, the data is going to tell you what the app should include and what not to include. So now that we've connected it, I think it did automatically change the UI design and stuff. Yo, the Gym Snap icon looks sick. Dude, Gym Snap looks awesome. Damn, look at it. That looks so clean. I kind of want to just test them all now. I want to see what the icons look like more than anything. Honestly, AI focus coach, what the hell is this going to do? Personalized tips based on your focus patterns. Commit to a single 5-minute focus session today to break the cycle. Okay. I mean, I'm not that bullish on this app, but we'll submit it. We'll submit it. You never know. Okay. Script is fully updated. Script looked for App Store, but ENV has... Okay, missing availability. Has both subscriptions fully configured with prices, screenshots, and localizations. You should be able to resubmit it now. Okay. Okay, please update the app factory so it has these changes. So we should be able to submit it. So I'm just going to go ahead and resubmit. If I gave this a refresh, Pantry Power logo still looks like that. Okay, cool. We got the subscription sorted here, as we can see. Let's add the subscription step. So if we were to look at in-app purchases, it's still saying no in-app purchases. Subscriptions? Oh, there we go. You can create a subscription. After you create a subscription group, all subscriptions must be part of a group. Proceeds in the second year after tax and if applicable. Okay. A billing grace period lets subscribers retain access to your app's paid content even after the subscription expires due to a billing issue if Apple... Okay. Looks like everything is sorted. Nice. Nice, it did that automatically. Super cool. Ah, makes sense. Cheers. Lol, nah, Pomodoros are still meta, trust. Bro, I'm Pomodoro maxing right now, man. Leave me alone. Okay, cool. Let's update review. Can you check that the codex review is working in our app factory? Feel like it might be getting skipped. Is our API attached, etc.? Yo, I submitted it, right? Do I need to press this? Boom. All right, we resubmitted it to the App Store. Hopefully we don't make them angry because our AI messed up in some way. API key is set. Let me test it with a real project and check if it's actually been running. It's working. The API key is connected and verification has been running, but there are two concerns. Every single app failed verification. Not a single one passed. Let me check if the failures are actually false positives. It flags the Gemini API key in as critical, but it's whitelisted by and says it's invalid, but it's the correct model. These false positive cause every app to fail. Never completed, started, but no result logged. Okay, cool. Interesting. No project has verify passed or non-zero. That means the verification ran, but the results were never written back to state MD. Let me check why. The logic looks correct. The issue is that the verification run reports failures and should loop back to build, but the new verify attempts counter never gets written because the conditional check. See? I knew something was wrong, man. I was like, no way Codex is actually reviewing these apps properly, because if it was, it would actually pick up a lot of the things that I'm picking up manually. All right, well, while that's going, we might as well submit Warranty Vault. So I'm not seeing Warranty Vault in active projects. And I'm assuming this is because it was built before we kind of had all these other systems in place. But I do kind of want to connect my phone and start testing some of these apps. So I'm in testflight. So this is basically how we manually test our apps. I just connected my phone to my PC so you guys can see, but it'll come on here through our test flight, and we're able to basically test out our apps. Now Pantry Pal is interesting. So if I go like this, I should be able to add it. It's here in the shopping list. Okay. I can just add these. Boom. Well, we know everything is kind of working already. Cool. All right. I will say we haven't actually tested the scan receipt works. Scan fridge should work fine. I don't have any issues with that. Plant pulse works. Water thoroughly when the top 2 to 3 inches of soil are dry. Oh, nice. There's a diagnose button here. So if I press this water button. Okay, nice. So it says it logs it in and we've got 7 days. Okay, cool. And so if I just add all my, what was actually really cool is getting like notified. Like, I mean, I got notified eventually. Unless yeah, here, check this out. Like getting notified about like the different kind of apps and stuff, and like what's expiring and what's not. It was actually really nice to see. I was like, oh shit, my chicken's about to expire. I got to cook that shit now. It was actually helping me. I was like, okay, I can actually see this app being useful. And it's cool because it got completely automated. It got built through my autonomous app factory. Okay. So, got the warranty vault. So, Pantry Pal icon was still not updated, by the way. Pantry Pal icon was still not updated, by the way. I've already submitted now. For warranty vault, please update with the new icon. Figure out what you did wrong. And can you add me to the testing group and send me an invite so I can test it on testflight from my phone? How much context? We have 1% context. Oh man, whatever. It just takes ages to compact, but that's fine. While that's compacting, we can keep testing out apps. What up, capturing the third? How we doing? Been a minute. Doing well. Took the weekend off and went to the beach, locking in this week. You've been cooking hard. Dude, how's the beach? I didn't know you guys had beaches over there. I mean, of course you guys got beaches in New Zealand. Not as good as Australia, but they're decent. They're decent. Focus lock. These icons are looking really cool. They really pop. I'm really happy with how these icons are turning out. So we've like locked in icons. Like we don't need to touch that. They're all coming out really nice. And you know what the difference was in making these icons good? And you guys might actually be able to learn something here. But what the app factory was doing is it was able to literally look at what these I guess these apps do, right? And then it was just feeding it to Gemini, Nano Banana, or whatever like AI image generation that you use. And it was saying, hey, this is what our app does. Generate a graphic for it. And it was generating dog shit graphics because the Nano Banana isn't like an AI where you tell it what you need. You're like, oh, mine's a nursing business. Can you make a nursing logo? That's not what you do with Nano Banana. You need to feed it the prompt and be very direct. And so I told the app factory, look, you need to look at the app yourself and give Nano Banana the prompt on how you think the app should look. And that key difference right there in shift and who prompts who made a huge difference in these icons because they look amazing. Every single one of these is A+. Oh, I'm from the Philippines, broski. Oh, really? No way. Okay, because I remember for some reason I thought you were from New Zealand because when you did the super chat, it was in New Zealand dollars. So I was like, oh, what the hell? You must be from New Zealand. That's funny. Maybe YouTube thinks I'm from New Zealand. Someone just starting out and wanting to get into building apps, marketing them effectively with Larry, what advice would you give? I mean, that's a very general term. And it's kind of tricky, like putting me on the spot and being like, yo, what advice would you give for someone who's building apps for the first time? Because there's obviously so much I could give, but it's like, what do I say? You know? So if you were more specific about like, if there was something that you were struggling with, or like a bit more specific on like maybe something that you're nervous about, something that you're scared about, maybe a bit of fear around this certain area. If you want to ask a bit more of a specific question, 100% I'll help you, bro. Nurses thing looking a bit like these, you can't even see, like, I don't know, the colors look a bit icky to me. It feels like a hospital app though, I'll tell you that. Although you can't see it. I don't even know if you'll see it on the stream, but it's actually got the thing off a little bit. And I'm honestly guilty of doing that too. Like I remember one time I was talking to this guy who was like really big in crypto trading. And I asked him a question and I was like, bro, how do I become a better trader? And he said the same thing to me. He was like, dude, that's way too broad of a thing to ask. You know, there's so many things to trading. Ask a more specific question. I was like, oh shit. Fair enough. I guess to start out, would you focus on volume, like putting out multiple apps and learning from your failures, or just starting narrow with one and scaling that vertically? I would definitely start with one, 100%. Because if you split your focus on multiple apps, like what I'm doing right now, and you haven't kind of gone through the process and the steps of like, okay, this is how you market an app. Okay, this is how you fix a bug. Okay, this is how you talk to someone when they're upset about your product. Like you need to kind of learn those skills first, and then your brain is able to understand like, okay, how can I do this now for 3 different apps, 5 different apps? But if you can't even do it for one app, how are you going to do it for multiple? You know what I mean? So I would say start with one app and just try and make that one app the best app you can possibly make it, and set a goal. It doesn't, and you know what's cool about starting and doing your very first app is like, you don't need to go big. Just be like, okay, I need to convince myself to get to the next level. I need to get 100 users on my app. Just say that, 100 users on my app. To get 100 users on an app, you could launch anything in any niche. You could launch something about sewing, something that helps grandmas sew. Because the niche doesn't need to be that big if it's just 100 users. And so think about, okay, how would I get my first 100 users? And don't put that much pressure on yourself either. Just be like, okay, maybe I'll make a post on subreddit. Okay, maybe I'll start an Instagram account and create some shorts. Or on TikTok, I'll create some slides with Larry. Like try and do it like that. And you're going to learn so much just from doing that. And all that knowledge that you get is literally invaluable, bro. It's priceless, because that is the knowledge that is what's going to make you money in the future, because you understand what a lot of other people don't understand, because they haven't made their first app yet, or they haven't autonomously done it with Larry yet. You're going to know, like, okay, when I made my first app, when I hit these certain markets or these certain platforms, I got more users. Or when I spoke in a certain tone of voice, I attracted a certain type of audience. Like, you're kind of just going to be able to fit puzzles together, and it's really going to help you in the future, bro. So that's my advice to you. Doobie, do you think you will use the Larry Brain slideshow format for all your apps? I'm wondering if it works better for certain apps. I definitely will. And I think one of the biggest things, and I kind of cut it out in the YouTube video, is Ollie mentioned that the Larry Brain skill is not a black box. He's created the foundations, and you can now shape and mold it into whatever you need it to be. So if you want to use if you want to start posting UGC content, you can configure it in a way that it posts UGC content on Instagram. Or if you want, by connecting certain APIs, or if you want to configure it to, show a face instead of like a room or something, because I noticed that was the biggest issue for me, was like, okay, I don't want it to show rooms. I want it to show faces and people's reactions. He was like, you can get it to do that as well. You just need to configure the prompt. So it's not a black box. So you can shape it into whatever you need it to do. But Ollie's gone ahead and done all the hard work, where it's able to generate the font and the text really nicely. It's able to have all these rules alongside it that knows, okay, this is how you make a good image. And you just need to move it around a little bit. So I think it definitely will work. Okay. This is probably the best thing that's ever happened. I've been in my industry for 10 years trying to get something like this built, and I put together in a few days. Everyone should stop focusing on lowbrow tech like social influencers and OnlyFans bots. There are so many small business problems to solve. Good advice, Rich Ducat. Good advice. I agree, 100%. Even Orangey, right? My boy Orangey, he's helping local businesses in Miami launch Openclaw agents, and he's setting them up for $4,500 each. And he literally goes in and he's trying to make content out of it. But he's going in, and he went to a tattoo shop. He went to like an accountant. Like, it's pretty cool what he's doing. Sounds good. Thanks for the feedback, bro. All good, bro. Are you talking about Larry marketing? Is it any good? It's pretty good, man. I mean, I've been using it. If you look at my latest video, Capturing the Third, I actually did a deep dive on it. So you should definitely check it out. But I think it's really good. I'm not going to lie. I'm really impressed. It was able to generate some cool stuff, which I can share. Like, look at this. It was literally able to make this. And this was just my first prompt, like one shot. It automatically knew what my app was about and connected it based off of my app factory and made this. Like, look, Pov, let's actually go through these slides. Pov, point of view, you finally stopped throwing out expired food. Like, it came up with this all by itself, buying groceries every week, but still finding moldy veggies. Like, imagine how hard this would be for you to come in and have to prompt and make it look like this. It's done such a good job, right? Until you start tracking everything in your pantry. Now you actually use what you buy, and your kitchen feels like that. Like, obviously it's a bit janky, but it learns and it improves from this. What tools are you connecting to it? I connected my Gemini and I connected Posters. Definitely check out my latest video. It's like a 15-minute in-depth breakdown. I literally go and talk to Ollie, the creator of this tool, and he literally gave me like the best tips. So check out that video if you want to make the most out of Larry Brain. I'm literally using an automation I built in my own company, and I found useful to package and pitch to other service-based small businesses. Yo, that's a huge opportunity right now. That's a few hours down from me. I'm doing the same thing up in Cocoa Beach, but also run an organization that helps veterans with VA claims. I've built a handful of Zoho One skills. Yo, sick. This is the best one for marketing research. Damn. What tools do you suggest starting with for image and video gen? I would probably say, I mean, this is the most expensive premium one, but Google has the best ones. Like if you look at Google's VO3 and Google's Nano Banana, I probably sound like I'm speaking a different language to you right now. But if you go to Google's AI Studio, it's all in one place. So you don't need to know different like names or anything. This is the AI Studio. And you come in here through the playground. It's called aistudio.google, okay? And what you want to do is on the right-hand side, you have different models you can pick from. So Nano Banana is the old one. Nano Banana Pro was the newer one. And now they've just launched Nano Banana 2, which is the latest one. It just came out like a week ago. They also go, and you can kind of go through here and look at the different tools that they have. You've got Gemini if you want to chat. You've got Live, I don't know what that is. Images, and then video. And VO3 just came out, 3.1, which is also really good. Just know that this is the most expensive tool out there. So you would be paying a pretty penny for this. I know there are cheaper alternatives out there. You're gonna have to look for them. If it's video related, check out Kling. Kling is definitely this one, Kling AI. Definitely a lot cheaper than VO3, and they're also really good. In terms of image generation, I mean, you've got ChatGPT. What else? I'm trying to think. In terms of image generation, I usually use Midjourney, but I don't think they have an API. But these guys are really good if you want to do it manually. And they're definitely cheaper than Google's Gemini. So yeah. Hope that gives you some direction, capturing the third. Yo, have you seen what's going on with DLAM and the Rabbit R1? My orange paperweight is running an entire MacBook Pro instance, talking back and forth to Openclaw. No way. Dude, I thought the Rabbit R1 was like a dying product. Because remember they did flop? Considering how it flopped, I think everyone is sleeping on it. Once Alex Finn gets the word out, they will sell out. It's running local from the device and has been running free for 8 days now. Damn. That's sick. Old Kick vouchers for Kling, by the way. Kling is goated. Mayra, gotta credit you for inspiring me to make a challenge out of it and force me to follow through. Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad I could inspire you, bro. $125 a month, 3-month special on VO now. Really? That's a fucking good deal. Where is it? I mean, VO would be part of the global, I guess, Google AI subscription plans. Here we are. That's Gemini though. Yo, $125 US would be about $200 Aussie. This is for 3 months straight. Yo, 30 terabytes of storage. Yo, this is a really good deal. Yo, if anyone's interested, check this one out. Ducat brought in some alpha. Google AI Ultra is currently on a half price deal for the first 3 months. If you don't want to pay that much, you can do the first month for free, which also seems like a really good deal. Get more done. I mean, yeah, these look sick. It's not really saying how many API credits or how many credits you get. So this one you get the coding as well. Nah, super cool, super cool. This is awesome. Nice. I didn't realize Google had a deal like that. I might need to get that. Considering switching out from my ChatGPT, honestly. Thank you, brother. I super appreciate it. I'm building a content factory as one of the things I'm offering in the business I'm building. Yo, that's a really good idea. Yo, that's underrated, guys. Creating a autonomous content factory for local businesses is huge. It's really a big win if you're using Codex locally and want to use anti-gravity. Just those two as a coding duo. It's like having a graphic design major mixed with a programming major at your fingertips. Dude, that's the one thing I will say about Google is like their AI, their like UI designing is like top tier. I'm thinking of ditching my GPT Pro for Google AI Ultra. I mean, I'm low-key thinking of doing the same, bro. Old kick, Doobie, last question. Do you give much thought to the accounts you create? Profile pic, description, etc.? Not really. Not really. Like if you look at even this one, right? Like look at this. Matcha habits. And it's like some AI generated picture that I found on Pinterest. I don't think it's that important. Your daily dose of matcha wellness and soft habits. Because at the end of the day, if your account is going to do well, then put some thought into it. But if your account doesn't do well, like you need to consider like 3 months from now, you know, we've all got busy lives. Are you still going to be working on this? You don't 100% know. You don't. And so, you know, I would say don't focus too much on the account name or the profile pic or the bio. These are all kind of activities that I would say kind of waste your time. Just focus on creating good content. Because if you create good content and you're generating thousands of views, then it makes sense. Okay, maybe I will change the profile pic. Maybe I will pick a better username. And you can kind of see me doing this right now. Like if you look at my YouTube and you look at my Instagram and you look at my TikTok, they've all got a different username because I just didn't care. But now they're doing well, so I should probably change that. But it's not that important, I don't think. Like it kind of just like, it's almost like a procrastination. Like obviously it's a fun task to do, generating a cool logo, generating cool this, doing that. But it actually just distracts you from the main task at hand, which is creating good content. Hey bro, what up Zbed? How we doing? Hey bro, I'm new here and super inspired to start building. How do you do most of your idea generation? I mean, my autonomous app factory comes up with the ideas, but I would say use AI. You know, you can always connect. AI by itself isn't that good at coming up with ideas, but if you connect it with a partner like ChatGPT and Perplexity, now you can search the web. Or Claude Code with the X research skill. Now it can search X. Or the Reddit API. Now it can look through Reddit and it's able to find these ideas. So if you're manually doing it, I would just connect AI with like another kind of web scraping or subreddits or X, like some sort of platform where it's able to come up and look at pain points. That's what I would do. But I kind of I've autonomously set it up. So my app factory does it for me. But if you're manually doing it, that's what I'd do. How can I connect with you on business? Hit me up on Discord, Rich Ducat. If you join the Discord and just message me, I look through my DMs probably once every couple of days. And I'll definitely give you a read and respond, man, if it aligns. Ooh, I like that Reddit API idea. How much is your current software stack for all this per month? I need to track it properly. I'm not gonna lie, I've definitely been slacking in the finances department. I haven't been tracking it properly, but I would probably say we're close to $1,000 a month. That's including my Claude Code subscription. That's including my ChatGPT subscription. That's including my Gemini subscription. That's including you know, you need a post his account to autonomously post on TikTok. That's including that. That's including everything. Okay. Okay, so let's test Warranty Vault on my mobile device. Let me just check if the email came through. I didn't actually get an email. I didn't receive an email for the Warranty Vault invite to test on testflight. I kind of wanted to fix some of the actual bugs with the app. We haven't really gotten around to that, so let me lock in for a little bit. Enjoy talking to you guys too much. Okay, I think it found the issue. What would you say your biggest breakthroughs have been for you so far in this 40-day challenge? I would say the biggest breakthrough is definitely switching from Replit to Claude Code and being able to improve my workflow. Like, workflow is literally everything, I've realized, because if you don't have a good workflow, you're just competing against everyone else that does have one, and they've got leverage. And leverage is everything in business. It's why people hire staff. It's why people try and find the niche with the best returns. Leverage is everything. You know, if you can get a 10% leverage on top of someone else, if you can build your apps 10% faster, maybe that's your leverage. But I would say the biggest thing, if you're starting out and you have no coding experience, you know, you have to, I would recommend trying out Replit, Lovable. You've got Rorke Max, and just trying to build an app on there. The reason I recommend those for beginners, if you have zero coding experience, is because they handle the deployment, they handle like hosting, they handle database, everything within those apps. Now it is a little bit more expensive because you're paying for convenience, but then you're going to learn so much through there. And then once you go into something like this, like Conductor, or I'm just saying Conductor because that's what I use, but you can kind of come in here and like set up multiple AI agents at the same time, and it doesn't feel that overwhelming because you learnt the basics through Replit or Lovable and all these other areas. So yeah, if I jumped straight into Conductor as a beginner, I feel like I would have been overwhelmed. Yeah. And then the next thing is get comfortable with the terminal, because the terminal is actually really impressive. I'm not gonna lie, the more I use it, the more I'm impressed. So yeah, get comfortable with it. But yeah, another thing as well is like for me I got that 36K airdrop, and that was strategic around where I launched. So it's like, where is the skill the most valued? I literally launched an app. It made like 4,000 US, and I launched it on the Solana mobile app store, and I got a $36,000 airdrop. And that was all because of where I launched my app. That had nothing to do with any skill or any advertising that I did well, any marketing. It was just being very specific about where I launched. So like, you know, maybe there's a hackathon that you can join. Maybe there's like something that you can participate in that leverages your ability to build the app. Like if you want to build like a subscription tool or something, look out for a hackathon. Maybe there's a hackathon that'll support that. You know what I mean? And that way you can leverage your time because you're posting in hackathons and you're building apps at the same time. Your app doesn't need users to win a hackathon. It just needs to be a really good idea. Finally made my dev Twitter to start posting plus marketing. Just followed up, bro. Let's go. Good shit, Drew. Good shit. It can be a bit of a slow process at the start when you start posting, but just persevere, man, and you'll get there. Last question. Do you post from multiple accounts for the same app ever? What is your method for that? If so, would you recommend residential IPs and cloud phones like Gearlark? No, I don't post I don't post the same app across multiple accounts. I don't need to change my API because I only manage 4 accounts, and I can manage 4 accounts within my own one API, my one IP address, and my own. I don't need to deal with like cloud phones and stuff like that. You'd only do that if you were dealing with like 10, 20, 30 different accounts plus up to 100 or 1,000. But if you're only doing like 3 to 4, which is what I'm doing, I don't think you need to overkill it with that setup. Check your testflight app on your phone. It should send me an email first. Usually get emailed first. We'll have a look. Also, in meantime, review Warranty Vault. It's got an AI receipt scanner and a button to add receipt. These should be merged. I know that's how I knew, since they do the same function. Upload receipt. I knew the codex reviewer was broken because of this. Codex easily picks up on these minor issues. All right. Let me check my email. Yes, I got the invite. Invitation has been revoked. Okay, let me put this code in. Interesting. I don't know why the invitation got revoked, but we just added Jim Snap. Dude, you did that? I built a replica of Steppen for skateboarding and could not get it approved. I have 2 seekers. About to launch a token. Run, rip off. Lol, bro, you are my favorite now. That's so funny. Yeah, man, I got in on the seeker airdrop. My airdrop allocation was like, yeah, I can show you. I got a pretty big airdrop allocation, man. I'm sure you're aware. Developers got 750K. But yeah, huge, massive. I did it with my All Miner app. Super, super amazing. Gonna be launching my first full app in the next couple of days. I'll send it over to you, bro. Yeah, chuck it in the show off channel, Drew, and I'll check it out. Yo, let's connect, bro. Join, if you guys want to connect, come in the Discord. I'm super active on there, and you'll see my Discord account if you want to DM me about anything. But the easiest way to connect with me is definitely through the Discord. I think Doobie is planning to post about 4 or 5 using the same account. I'll be using the main Twitter for posting anyway, but worth confirming. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna be using 4 or 5 different accounts to post different apps for different niches. You know, you don't want to post a plant app for fitness and health. You know what I mean? Doesn't really make sense. So it'll definitely depend on the niche. Yo, did I get this again? Did they come back already? No. Can I do something? I just want to change the logo, the icon. Like I'm just gonna do it manually if it's faster. Like I know for new apps it's not gonna run into this issue because the icons aren't gonna be lame. But for some reason it's really struggling to generate or... Oh, here we go. The latest version has a cooler icon. All right. Well, I've got Gym Snap on my mobile. I think Doobie's playing which app I will support. It's called Oreminer. OREMINER. Although I'm probably going to sunset it soon because it's kind of served its purpose. And obviously after the recent crypto crash in price, like it's got barely any users. I'm probably losing money every month now. Welcome to Gym Snap. It would be cool if this was able to, yeah, the AI feature. This is still loading. Man, the AI is taking ages right now. What are you using to generate income with your VC? VC? Venture capital? Voice chat? Right now, we're actually kind of in a bit of a stalemate right now. Like we're not really generating any revenue. And that's kind of the biggest issue that I'm having is all those earlier apps that we built, like Oreminer and Sway. Sway we actually launched. It didn't actually perform that well. I might show that next live stream. But we're getting trading volume from our apps. So we get, and I'm realizing like maybe we need to switch to MRR through subscriptions. And so this kind of step and what I'm kind of trying to aim with these group of apps is through subscription based revenue, we're able to know, okay, next month we're going to make this much. The month after that, we're going to make this much. Where with apps like Allminer and Sway, which we built for crypto, it's purely based off a trading volume, and we get a really small cut. And I don't know, I've tried that method and I don't mind it, but I kind of want to experiment with the subscription side of things now and see like, okay, this is how the subscriptions work. All done, here's the fix. Merge the two, receipt upload, added UX redundancy check. Also, with GymSnap, it doesn't have any AI features. Looks like it didn't get that treatment, even though our app factory should hardcode include AI into all apps. I suspect this is because it was an older app that was already shipped. But then again, Warranty Vault was also an older app, and it got an AI feature. So not sure what went wrong. Please review. And also, I think the AI we can add to GymSnap is it auto fills in your dimensions based off your picture. Users should have the option to switch metrics. US to what is it? Pound, IBs, LBs to kgs, etc. All right, let's see if that works. Good catch. GymSnap has AI only for post hoc photo analysis, but the measurements are 100% manual and units are hard coded to Imperial. Here's what I'll add. Now add AI estimation and make it unit aware. Be interesting if this works. That's why I need to chat with you. I run ads for a few different companies in the App Store, and compared to Google, it's basically a gold rush of low cost hanging paid subs. Might be some synergy, and I'm just trying to give shit away this year of the horse, my bro. Yeah, fuck yeah. Let's talk, man. It'd be good to chat. I'd be keen to pick your brain. my strategy is kind of like, we all have to eat in 2026. My strategy is that, AI is relatively new. So I'm thinking there's so many untapped niches where AI hasn't really been added yet. So my kind of goal with this app factory is to cover all those niches. And how can I improve my app? By including AI in some shape or form. So if your issue is, for example, Warranty Vault, including the receipt scanner that uses AI to look at your receipts, or with SubRadar, including the AI scanner that looks at your bank statements and recurring payments. Same thing with Nurse Shift and calculating things like GymSnap, comparing and automatically adding those measurements on your biceps and stuff based off of photos. Like, these are all kind of things that, AI is improving. And so it's like, what niches can we impact? Maybe in sewing. And I love using the sewing niche because I feel like it's like not a huge niche, but everyone knows about it. But sewing, for example, what apps are there for sewing? And can you integrate AI into the sewing app so that now it feels like almost a better alternative than the other app, because the other app doesn't have AI, even though it's more popular. And so that's kind of my strategy, is like every single app we launch needs to include AI in some shape or form. Yo, one sec. I'm going to grab a drink of water, all right? Brother, I'm building an app I'm so hopeful for. It's an app for doctors that I think would be really helpful for the health industry. Dude, health industry is like 15% of most countries' GDPs, so, and there's very few apps to service them. So I think huge opportunity in health, man. Only issue is like there's a lot of complexities around the systems that they have, and obviously providing the right information and security around other people's health. But yeah, huge opportunity there. I agree. It's kind of wild how Openclaw is bringing together all the people that just like to make cool shit, but never could because of programmers unknowingly being gatekeepers. I think artists lucked out. Yeah, no, it actually is. I mean, I think programmers definitely gatekeepers, but it's also just like a really hard skill, right, to program. And even like through Vibecoding, I've realized like, dude, software development is not easy. A real premium is going to be the human creative mind and how much more diverse it can be than your general AI systems. Completely agree. That's definitely going to be the differentiator. And it's going to be interesting, like, because at the end of the day, I mean, have you ever seen battle bots? It's like, who can make the best battle bot to like fight each other in the arena? And it's like, who can make the best AI to build the best apps? You know, maybe it's got a certain database that is not public, it's private. And it, you know what I mean? No better time to start turning your ideas into reality. What up, Pulu Labs? How we doing? Man, my dude, my Claude code is acting really slow right now, so I'm actually going to go ahead and just reset it. It shouldn't be taking this long to do this. Please save your chat history and I will reset you. We don't choose to be gatekeepers, but to pass the gate, you do need to be this tall. Definitely a difficult task ahead in front of me, but I'm more than willing to take that path and see where it leads me. If you hit double escape, it clears the Claude code chat line. Oh, is that how you do it? You just see me as a noob, just like press backspace for every single one. That's funny. Thanks for the tip. Oh yeah, everything's saved. I can close this and then open it again. Remember what? Starting from where we left off last chat. This should be faster now. Hey, is it just me or did they change the Claude Code like character a little bit? He looks different. LMAO, I'm learning new things every day as well, don't worry. Aren't we all, bro? Aren't we all? Should be quicker now that I've reset. Let's see. Both test flight setup are confirmed. Your tester account is in both groups and builds are enabled for the warranty vault rejected link issue. Let me check if there's a public test flight link I can generate, and also let me rebuild both apps with fresh builds to prepare for App Store submission. Let me just double check. I got another email. I'm just trying to get these set up for test flight. Ooh, dude, the logo on GymSnap looks so clean. See, way quicker. I've kicked off 3 things in parallel. Checking and creating a public test flight link so you get a working invite. GymSnap rebuild. Which can be finicky. I've created a public test link for you. All right. What? That didn't work. Let me try this. Okay, I think I need to send this public test link to myself. Rather than public test link, just send me another email invite. Okay, so we got them uploaded to the App Store. Let me find if I can use GymSnap. Like, I actually want to trial it out. One sec, guys. All right. Let's give this a go. Yo, Coco, how we doing? Any news about Sway? Yes, Sway did get submitted into the App Store. It is live, and we're going to look into it more in the next live stream. Yo, DB, what you cooking? What up, Noxy? What's good? Currently working on the app factory, as you can see. Now, I want to test out this AI integration. So let's do that. I think I need to wear a singlet in order for this to work properly. But I basically want to take a photo, and then we're going to see if it's able to measure my biceps and shit properly. So give me one sec. All right, so our AI should be able to take a photo and measure everything correctly. Let's just go ahead and try. So got this set up here. I need to like stand up. How the hell do I take a... Okay, I've already found an issue. It would be like, how do I take a photo without it like... Alright, let's just see if that works. Okay. Interesting. It thinks I'm hella small. Good to know. These are actually way off. I mean, look, we can include it, but yo, these icons are cool. It's got like a punching for the arms. I mean, obviously it feels a better photo. I think a timer for the self. I mean, the thing is, most people would just upload a gallery photo, so I think that's fine. At least we know it works. So save and boom. Now we have compare. I need 2 or more images. So let me try this again and try and do like a side, maybe I'll try and like make my shirt tighter or something, see if that works. That was a bit zesty, alright? We're just gonna look past that. Yo, interesting. It actually got my weight right this time. When putting my shirt back, which is kind of interesting. So save. And now we should be able to compare these two. So interesting. I mean, it kind of crops out the image, so like the point of having this comparison doesn't even work. Image gets cropped out in comparison for Gym Snap, so they don't look that good. Need to show full image. Also, under comparison, we should show stats, and the share button should be free because that's free promo. And when taking a photo with camera, brackets not gallery, should be a 3 to 5 second timer so the person can pose and get ready. Please update Gym Snap with these fixes. And boom, just like that, we got a lot of feedback just from that 5 minutes of using the app. And I think that's going to make a big difference in whether people want to use it or not. Can't you upload a photo from your library? Yeah, I could. I just didn't want to show my library. But you definitely can do that. The camera, the quite laggy on the app, it seems, the camera I meant. It actually wasn't laggy in person, so maybe it was just through the screen sharing. I wasn't looking at the screen sharing, but it might have just been that. Shows like less frame rate or something. Good full picture. Okay. Now the camera time, I need to replace the camera view with a custom view that has a countdown. Can't you upload a... Just read the same chat. Okay, noted. Still taking ages. Build succeeded. Now let me archive and upload the updated build. Jim snap compiled clean. I'll let you know when the upload finishes. Okay, so let's just check if we got an update on testflight. Yep, we do. That's a good thing because that means that those changes should be made now. All right, well, first things first, have we got a timer? No, we don't. Timer not working. Yeah, timer's not working. Weird. Yo, did anything change about this app? Both apps are now uploaded with fresh builds. Want me to go ahead and submit both to the App Store? just updated and tested Gym Snap and can't see any changes. Still pressing on Apple's side. You may need to wait a few more minutes for Apple to finish processing build, then open testflight and tap update on GymSnap. But I did tap update. Okay. We got a new update. It's now live on testflight. Okay. Let's see if this works. Take a photo. There we go. 3-second timer. Start. Oh, wait, what? Dude, that timer didn't even work. So you can pose. Once the timer runs out, the user should auto take the photo. Right now it just takes me back to camera app, and also should give user preview of what the camera looks like. No option to switch to selfie for the user on timer. Bad UX overall. Oh, this flute goes hard. Alright, so now if we go into compare, okay, that's way better. Okay, but if I actually tap on this, I can see that my chest was 108 centimeters, but if I tap on this, it's 102 centimeters. So shouldn't it show the other changes as well? I mean, it does kind of show it here. I think this scrapes by as usable, I'm not gonna lie. Doobie, what are you using to test the app? What iPhone app is that? Is there anything like it for Windows? There isn't anything like it for Windows. Apple only lets you test this stuff and these apps with Mac OS. So yeah, you kind of got to be using Apple to test it. But they have a whole ecosystem of ways to test if you have their devices. But Warranty Vault, am I getting an email? Let me double check. Because ideally we submit 2 different apps today, right? Warranty Vault still not added to testflight. This is the last email I got for testing. Please send me the email so I can put in a code and test Warranty Vault like I have done with all the others. Let's not change the workflow. What are you using with Larry Skill? I'm using Gemini and Post is API. Why do you ask? Our app factory over here, as you can see, is going to be definitely needing the Larry skill. We've set it up and installed everything. We just need to get it going. But I don't want to get it going unless this app factory is actually pumping out apps like I want it to. Good news, the tester is already in the group and the build is active. It's not there. Don't need to create a new group. Just resend the invite link. Easy. The frustrations are coming out. God damn it. All right, let's see if this worked. No email received. Dude. Alright, we got the new Gym Snap update. Let's verify. Yo, I just took out my plant app. Gym Snap not updating. Things are breaking right now. All right, got another invite. Let's try. Okay. Finally. TLB. Warranty vote accepted and added to testflight, but in the meantime you deleted all my other apps, Gym Snap, Plant Pulse, and Pantry Pal. Not a huge problem, but like, why? All right, let's test warranty vote. Welcome to warranty vote. Never miss a warranty claim again. Keep all your warranties organized in one place. Scan your receipts, get notified, private and secure, get started, allow, boom. Upload a receipt. I might have one. Hold up, let me check. All right, I got a receipt here that I bought just yesterday. Let's see if this scanner works properly. Doesn't have a photo option. All right, let me take a photo. Gemini API key is not configured. Set Gemini API key. Bro. Scan failed. Scan failed. Gemini API key not configured. I think this is due to the app being built prior to the AI integration system, so it missed this step. Warranty vote. You're right, I'm sorry about that. When I was cleaning up the stale tester records, they were actually your tester records linked to the other apps. That was a bad call on my part. All fixed. All you had to test with your tester account. You should see the invites coming through. Okay, good to know. I talk so much trash to my AI, and for years I was advocating against it. Try hiring one. I'm honestly amazed at how much resistance to AI there is. Makes sense given the story so far, but damn, we had so many cool sci-fi movies growing up. You'd think people would have more excitement. Yeah, yo, Blues! What's up? I haven't seen you in a minute, man. I missed you. Where you been? Makes sense given the story so far. Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of negativity around AI for sure. Hey mate, have you open sourced your app factory yet? No, I have not, and I probably won't open source it. At the end of the day, I'm trying to vibe code until I hit 100K. It's part of the challenge. In order for me to hit that 100K, I need to sell something, man. So the app factory will probably be priced. How do you decide what to build? It's fully based off of research. You know, you do your research properly and you're gonna know what to build. Like for example, meeting memo. The target audience, it looks at Otter AI users on Reddit frequently complain about its expensive premium tier. So that tells me there's a gap in the market. Professionals on r/remote work are complaining about a tool that isn't fast enough. And then it looks at competitor research. You got to look at, you know, your reasoning, you know, negative reviews, monetization strategy. There's a bunch of things that go into it. What's up, brother? Work been hella crazy, plus moving. Haven't been on during stream times. I see you working in the co-work though. Helios was saying that you guys talk too much, so he's reverted back from co-working to just going on the live streams. Apparently you yap too much, Blues, man. AI is scary because of the human, not because of the technology. Same way gun can't just shoot someone on its own. That's a good point. But I've been in your Discord a bit. Yes, I've been seeing you in the co-works. Dude, Anthropic CEO made a good point. Where, hey, at least you know you're a yapper, Blues. At least you know it. Anthropic CEO made a good point where he was like, you know, obviously soldiers are trained to follow orders, but if an order is hella crazy and a bit unethical, the soldier's gonna fight back and be like, yeah, you know, I don't want to do that. The issue with having an AI army or a robot army is they don't have that. They're just gonna follow orders. So if an order is a bit crazy, they're just gonna agree to do it, you know? And so there's a moral and ethical dilemma at stake here, you know? Where humans kind of have that switched on. Where if something's really messed up, the soldiers can just say no. What up, Agito? I don't know how to say your name. How you doing? Agito? Yo, been working on a new idea this week. Went crazy, but now out of tokens, lol. Now watching you, bro. Good stuff. Such is the life cycle of us vibe coders, hey. You run out of tokens and it's like, all right, what else do I do? I might as well just watch this guy code. I'm sorry, Dave. If you know, you know. Done. Here's what I did. Fixed warranty. Injected real Gemini. All right. Let's try this again. Did you have to update the app or will it just work? Do you need to update the app or will it just work? Okay, so it's being processed. So we should see this turn from open into update. Been working on a monetizable gaming hub for AI agents. Imagine AI agents got bored of human work and decided to go gambling. That would be insane. I use Claude Code out of Cursor. If I hit my limit, I just start using Cursor until Claude lets me back in. Yeah, but that's because you're a developer, right? You have coding experience. Like we can't be doing that, us non-coders. Joshua Nathan, you have inspired me. I did my first YouTube video. I'll do my first live stream tonight. Let's go, man. Proud of you. Good shit. Keep it up. Hey, the biggest game here that I'm realizing is consistency. You know, like if you are consistent, it'll work out, dude. Like look at this shit. It's not like randomly, like I just started getting a bit of views. If you actually look at look how many videos I've posted. I posted 300 videos. So like imagine I had to post 300 videos for finally my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 videos to do well. Maybe 7 if you count above 1,000 views. So that means 293 of those videos didn't do that well. And then finally, like, look at this one, 59 views 8 months ago, 270 views, 94 views. Like, I tried to do this a lot earlier. 2 years ago, I've been trying. So yeah, just got to be consistent, bro. I'm also a non-coder. I just want to build something and see it alive, gamer at heart, you know? I feel you. Consistency is key for real. Consistency is hard though. How to be consistent and disciplined. I mean, the best way is to just do hard things, you know? Like, you can see in the background, I'm doing 75 hard. You can see right here. 75 hard is basically a fitness challenge where you need to work out twice a day. An indoor and an outdoor workout, and I'm telling you, it's extremely hard. It is here. You need to follow a diet, 2 45-minute workouts, 1 indoor, 1 outside. Drink a gallon of water. I mean, I haven't really been doing that much. Read 10 pages. Take progress pictures. And, you know, when you do things that are hard like this, it makes something like consistency on posting YouTube a lot easier. Also, seeing results makes things a lot easier as well. Seeing my YouTube start to gain some traction, I've started going a bit harder. But yeah, you just got to be consistent. Yeah, it's like fighting your own self for real, but you also got to consider, all right, if that feels too hard, what's a step down? What's a step down? So like maybe consistency for you is just posting once a week. Posting 1 short form video once a week is consistency for you. And then after 6 months, you're going to learn some stuff and then you're going to make it, okay, maybe I'll start posting every second day. You know what I mean? LMA for fasting, it's mandatory. Are you doing Ramadan, Noxy? Let's go, bro. Let's go, Automator Lab. Cheers, I have a coding background. 30 years of IT experience. Damn. Joshua Nathan, bro. 30 years. That's insane. You'd be like in the top like percentile. What do you think of an AI agent managing an eBay store, dropshipping cookies? One done with the gaming hub stuff. I'll be doing that. That's not a bad idea. I can see that. Got to train that muscle slowly then. Exactly, right? You need to work your way up. It's not like the first day you go to the gym, you're bench pressing 100 kilograms. You need to like go to the gym and bench 20 kilograms first. And then build the confidence up to do 30 and then 40. And then it's like just like any other muscle, you know, you gotta, discipline is a muscle. And once you start seeing, it's honestly not that hard. Because once you start disciplining yourself and you start seeing results, now results might take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months, all right? But once you start seeing results, discipline becomes easier and easier because you start to see the rewards of your discipline. And that's when it's super powerful. So if you really think about it, it's not like you got to be disciplined your whole life, and it's not going to be that hard your whole life. It's just hard for the start. Then it gets a lot easier. But, okay, one more thing I want to add is I want to incorporate Lottie animations into our app to make them more engaging and welcoming. So we should add a stage in the app factory that adds Lottie animations, especially with the onboarding screens. If the icons could move slightly, that would be great. Need to add this into the app factory stages. Three build phase. Also noticed app ideas aren't being generated currently. Actually, I'll save that for another prompt. Send that. To be honest, Ramadan does help with that. Do you worry about talking very tech-heavy topics? Not really, man. Because at the end of the day, Joshua, I'm very open about the fact that I don't know a whole lot about coding. Like, I'm non-technical, you know? So at the end of the day, from the start, from the get-go, I've always said, like, look, I don't know anything about code. I'm non-technical. I've never done any computer science degree. I've never done anything. I've never coded my own app. None of that. So by laying out that context, I feel comfortable talking about certain things because I know that my audience knows that my level and my capability. And I guess the edge that I have and what I kind of bring to the table is my understanding in marketing and kind of bringing that into things, which I know developers like to listen about because they're not as familiar on the marketing side of things. And also, like, if someone asks me a question and I genuinely don't know the answer to it, I'm just going to say, like, look, bro, I don't know the answer to that question, you know? You don't need to have all the answers. If someone asks you a question and you don't know what the answer is, just tell them, look, I don't know what the answer is. Or just say, look, I think maybe you could do this, but I'm not entirely sure. Like, you don't need to have the answers. So don't worry too much. And if you've got 30 years of experience, like, bro, you're chilling. I had a problem with a wildcard Cloudflare tunnel for wildcard subdomains, which I think would get lost on other people. I mean, it depends. Joshua, your audience would be different to mine, you know? You've got 30 years of IT experience. So the type of people that would be watching you are like tech-heavy developers. You know what I mean? YouTube's algorithm is so fine-tuned and pinpoint that you just talk about whatever you want to talk about and they will find the audience that are interested in your content. You just obviously got to make sure you're entertaining enough and, you know, you're actually engaging with your community and you're making cool content. But you just talk about what you want to talk about. Don't like put on a fake act or try and like be someone that you're not. Just talk about what you want to talk about. You've got 30 years of experience in IT. So obviously your viewpoints are completely different to mine. And so you should try and attract that audience. I had a problem with same. I'm basically a peasant in the tech space with Openclaw and Claude Code stuff. It rekindled my interest in building apps. Perhaps you should position your title, thumbnails, etc. as non-tech guy as well. It will reach a large audience other than Vibecoding, which is a term popular with devs but not others. It will give you a bigger pool for top of funnel. That's actually a good idea, MDS Zilla. I'll take that into account. Thanks. How is your experience with Larry Brain skill? I haven't seen anyone posting real results besides the folks promoting it. I mean, you got to consider the Larry skill has only been around for like 1 week. It's only been public for 1 week. So there's not going to be that many results out there. If you look at Oliver's results, it took him like 2 months to get the results that he's got, or like an entire month. So I feel like you're asking for a bit much, Ray. You got to like let things cook a little. And at the end of the day, like if you can see the skill for what it is and how powerful it is, you know, the skill is literally free. So you can go ahead and download it. and test it out for yourself and see like, okay, maybe this will add value in my area. But I would hope that I can leverage the YouTube for app and SaaS sales. Am I thinking about it the wrong way? I would say you are thinking about it the wrong way a little bit, Nathan or Joshua. I don't know which one your first name is, but you need to think about it differently. You need to think about AI is a growing space, okay? AI is only going to get more and more popular. Why do you want to make, like, this is a consistency question. So you need to ask yourself, how would I be able to post content consistently? If it's to generate app sales, then chances are you're probably not going to be that consistent. If it's to grow an audience, if it's to, create a community, you need to have some sort of reason to post that makes you want to keep posting outside of like monetization and monetary value. Because if it's just monetary value, then you're not going to be consistent. Because think about all the people that hate their jobs, The person that hates their job is looking for a way to quit. And if you don't enjoy it, if you're not in it for the love of the game, chances are you're going to eventually quit. So yeah, I think you might be looking at it the wrong way. Agreed. Do you have it set up currently? I do have it installed and tested, and I thought it was pretty good. I think it's very powerful. I just haven't fully set it up yet because my app factory is still needing some work. Like a lot of these apps aren't even like, they're getting stuck and like I'm having to debug them all the time. So it doesn't really make sense for me to start marketing when my app factory is still needing a lot of work. So I've got it installed and I've tested it and I think it's very powerful, but I haven't fully started the marketing side of things because I don't want to split my focus. Like, let me fine tune and perfect the app factory and then I'll go over to the marketing side of things. How's your token usage as of late going up? Yeah, it's still at about what? I use 2 Claude Code Max plans right now, I think. So what's that? Like $300-$400? Yeah, facts, community overselling. You will need to get thousands of views to get maybe one high quality inquiry. Yeah, MD Zilla knows what's up. But on that note, guys, I'm probably going to wrap the stream up here. Yeah, kind of just wanted to check up on the app. Did you see Claw Router? I have seen Claw Router. It helps optimize where to send your AI requests to and which model. But on that, I just use Opus for everything because I'm like, screw it. Like, I just want the best of the best. And, I probably am burning money, but I'm not that bothered by it because my budget is still below my budget, so it's fine. But yeah, I'll catch you guys. I'm going to end the stream here. I hope you guys had a good time. I had a good time hanging out with you guys and all that. Mayray got a question. What did you do outside of streaming and relying on the algorithm to grow audience? That's all I've done, bro. All I've done is streamed and made good content, and the algorithm does the rest. Like, I did try like posting on Reddit and stuff. Like, I did think as well. I had the same thinking as you, Mayra, where I was like, oh, like, what are the big creators doing? They must be doing some things to be generating more views, right? But at the end of the day, it's just making good content. And then the algorithm does the rest. Thank you, Automator Lab. Thank you, Noxy. Thank you, Joshua Nathan. Good luck on the YouTube, bro. Thank you, MD Zilla. Thank you, Slythorn. Glad you guys all had a good time. I'll catch y'all. Peace out, Ray. Peace out, Old Kick. Thank you, Mayra. Thank you, Capturing the Third. Blues. I'll catch you. Agito. Emmys, Ricardo. Rich Ducat, Lucas Brown, Coco, Drew. I'll catch you all later. Pulu Labs. Peace out, yeah? I'll catch you guys all tomorrow. See ya.